It's time for another Monday market video. We're going to be taking a look at Pokemon because at the beginning of every month, I have noticed a certain trend specifically with Pokemon. The beginning of every month, it seems like in a 1 month differential, we see a lot of cards take a pretty dramatic hit right off the top. I'm talking like 14, 20%. At the beginning of November, it is pretty much the same again, as a lot of Pokemon cards in just a 1 month span are starting to decrease, which is, I believe, is the right time to strike on a lot of these cards. So we have a lot to get into, so we're going to jump right into this video. Before we do all that, if you guys can do me the really big favor, please hit that like button. If you're new, consider hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to also hit the notification bell so you guys never miss when I drop a video. With that being said, let's head right over to TCG Player and get right into this video. All right, we're now here at TCG Player. We're going to get right into this video. So again, please hit that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Kicking things off are all these cards on this list right here. These are all cards trending down. Now, you're going to notice in this list of cards, I have a lot of cards. You're going to notice some pretty dramatic 1 month sample size. What I mean dramatic is you're going to hear a lot of these percentages. You're going to hear 50, 20, 14%, which is really good. There's a couple of cards on this list I really want you to pay attention, and I'm going to go ahead and hone in a little bit more on that. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. Again, these are all cards trending down. Kicking things off, we have Executor from Mega Evolution, a card that I'm really high on, a really nice card too, for a very good budget price. You will see in just 3 months ago, this card was trending at $12, and now it's all the way down to $5.15. That's a 57% decrease, and you can see currently holding right there at $4.93 plus shipping. Next up is another good card too, Alakazam Mega Evolution promo. Again, 3 months ago was a $22 card, and now it's all the way down to $9.31, 49% decrease, and you can see it's going to drop even lower than that. This is a great card that I would keep an eye on to pick up, and also to look at PSA 9s. Again, you will find a lot of these cards. I would probably wait about 3 more months. I guarantee you'll find this card around $20, maybe even $25 in a PSA 9. Maybe even be able to find this around like $50, $60, $80 in a PSA 10. So again, keep your eye out on that as well. Next up, Mega Venusaur EX from Mega Evolutions. 3 months ago, this card was up to 212 when this set first dropped. Went all the way up to 231 and all the way now back down in just 3 months to 172, 16% decrease. Vulpix from Mega Evolution, same deal here. 3 months ago was a $30 card, and now all the way down to 1512, 49% decrease. Pretty good. You will notice single cards across the board are dropping dramatically. The one thing that's not dropping dramatically, which is why I don't call this a crash, are sealed prices. When sealed prices start matching what we're seeing in the single market, then I will start saying there's a crash out in the market, and maybe finally we can get back to a little bit of normalcy. Until that happens, I would be really strong-headed about buying anything sealed unless you're putting it for a sealed collection. I really just would be looking at these single prices. And again, every month, you will notice new trends, which is why I always try to bring you guys these videos every Monday. So I hope you appreciate that. And if you do, hit that thumbs up button for me. I really would appreciate that. Next up, we have Team Rocket's Moltres EX Destined Rivals. A month ago, just 1 month, was 166, now all the way down to 138, 16% decrease. And I believe that's because we're seeing these Moltres boxes that everybody's getting at from GameStop and other stuff like that. So you're starting to see more of these cards flood the market a little bit. So hopefully this card will bottom out around this 130, 120 price. I think it's a good price for this card. It's a beautiful card. Another card that I'm very high on too, Cleffa from Obsidian Flames. A month ago was a $26 card, and now all the way down to $19.05, 28% decrease. If you look at the 3 month sample size, again, 14, now all the way down to about 19.20. We're still seeing a little bit of an increase on this card, but we're almost getting back to that 3 month pricing. I think anything between less than 20 is a great price for this card. Next up, we have Moltres Zapdos Articuno from Hidden Fates, a great looking card. 1 month ago, 44.16. And now selling around $37.78, 14% decrease. I think anything below $40 is a great price for this card as well. Charizard V-Star, a lot of promos down also as well. 1 month ago, 57, now all the way down to about 51.83, 10% decrease. Hopefully we see a little bit more. Charizard V with the Burning Forest, Sleepy Boy. 1 month ago was a $38 card, now all the way down to $31.57, 17% decrease. Pikachu from 151, a card that I would put my life saving that this card will at least sniff near the $100 mark. I'll say that. 1 month ago was a $43 card, now all the way down to $37. Again, I do think over the course of 5 years, this card will be at least flirting with that $80, $90 price. Squirtle from 151. 1 month ago was a $52 card just 1 month ago, now only down to $45. It's a 14% decrease, so pretty good there. Almost down $10 in 1 month. Blastoise EX from 151. 1 month ago was flirting with that $100, was sitting at 93, now all the way down to 77. That's a 16% decrease. It's a really good price for this card. Zapdos was another card that shot up like a rocket. for 151. You will see a month ago was $88 and now all the way down to 71.69. So almost 20% decrease. If you look over the course of 3 months, again, you can see this card was flirting with $100 and now starting to bottom out, which is a good sign, by the way. Alakazam, another one from 151 a month ago, $55, now all the way down to $44.28, 19% decrease. Pikachu, Lost Origin Trainer Gallery, a card that is, I think, will definitely be up in price. Definitely as we get further and further removed from these type of sets, from these Trainer Gallery cards, at some point we'll all come back and revisit revisionist history. It always happens in this space. So you can see 1 month ago was about $28 and now all the way down to $21. It's a pretty good price for this card. Yamega EX from Destined Rivals. You will see in the course of 3 months was 34, shot up all the way to 40, and now all the way down to 33.26. 7% increase. If we take a look at the 1 month sample size, we go from 38 to 70, all the way down to 31, 74. It's a 17% decrease, and you can see right now holding at $30. So this card's going to dip just a little bit more. Misty's Lapras from Destined Rivals, a card that I like a lot. Anything with Misty, anything in it is a really good card. 1 month ago, 42.71, now all the way down to 31.75. I would also take a look at these cards. You can see right now, 28.898, so it's going to even dip below $31. I would also take a look at the PSA 9s in this card as well. Chansey from Twilight Masquerade, 1 month ago, 45, now recently holding at 34.82. Vaporeon V, another nice promo card. You can see 3 months ago, 72, shot all the way up to right around that $90 mark, and now all the way back down dramatically to 67, 7% decrease. This is a great price for this card as well, guys. I would not be shying away from that price at all. Charizard V alternative art from Brilliant Stars. I think my favorite alt art from Charizard. 1 month ago, $395, and now selling at $343, 13% decrease. My golden pick is Tyranitar V, the alternate art from Battle Styles. That's the only good card to come from Battle Styles. It's a beautiful card. A month ago was selling at $292, then sold at right here around $251, and now most recently sold at $241. I think at that price, you can see even directly from TCG, you're going to get even cheaper than that. I do think at the $250 below mark for this card is a great price for this card. I do wish it was around that $180. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever see that because we're just so far removed from Battle Styles, which is why you're seeing this price for this card. Seeing this price down 17%, I still think it's a good price for this card, which is why it makes my golden pick. Paying $240 for this, I guarantee you the next 5 years, you will see this card just dramatically increase to that $330, $350 mark. Would have no problem paying the $240 for this card. I think it's a great card. It's why it's my golden pick. And because, again, we're also so far removed from Battle Styles. We have seen time and time again, the further we get removed from these type of cards and these sets, you just see this price go up. So what you're seeing right now, you probably won't be able to get again. You're not going to get this card for $170, $180. I would be shocked if I do. If you ever see it for this card, I will come right on here and be like, I don't know what's going on. This is something new. We just don't see that in this market. So at the $240 for this card, it's a good price for this card. Next up, Tyranitar from Paldea Evolved. 1 month ago was $77 and now most recently selling at $62.66, 18% decrease. And the last card is a very good card, a very expensive card, but this is the Magic card from Paldea Evolved. We're seeing this card drop as well. A month ago was almost $400 at $384 and now recently selling at $300, a 21% decrease. So those are all the cards that are dropping. Let me know which card's your favorite. Let me know how you feel about my golden pick. I do think that Tyranitar is really good. I almost made this Magikarp the golden pick. I do think this Magikarp is going to constantly be fluttering with that $300, $400 price tag. And I do think once we are 5 to 10 years removed from this Paldea Evolved set, I do think you will see that $450 common price tag for this Magikarp. So I also think this card is really good too, but not shy away from spending the top dollar for this card. Now let's go ahead and flip that script and show you guys cards that are dramatically increasing. All right, now we're up against the cards that are increasing. So here's one good sign too that I've always noticed. When it's hard to find cards that are dramatically increasing, that's usually a good sign. When there are more cards decreasing than there are increasing, usually a good sign. So the single market, again, right now at the beginning of this month is a really good, strong buyer's market, which is why I showed you all those cards that were decreasing. There was a lot of good cards, by the way, that are decreasing. So cards that are increasing, you will also notice too, they're just small increases. They're not the usual like 100%, 1000% increases that we've dramatically seen. I do think the cards that were being manipulated, as I will show you in this list as well, I think are finally stopping that whole pump and dump thing. All that manipulation has definitely paused for now, and we are seeing those cards that were manipulated, like the Solosis, the Ducklet. We're starting to see those cards really drop now. That's a good sign as well. It means people have finally caught on to the scheme there, and now we're starting to see some normalization in the single market. So the first card up is Mew EX from Paldean Fates. This card was a little bit on the decrease, so you can see 3 months ago it was $549, dramatically increased to $700. That's a lot of money for that card. And now all the way back down to $560. So we're still up 1% in a 3-month sample size. So, you know, if you just look at the 1-month sample size, that's dramatically down by 12%. I almost put this on the list, but I still want to put this one on the positive list just to kind of show you where we're at right now. I think this is pretty much a good litmus test, is this Mew EX. Team Rocket's Crobat, 3 months ago was a $77 card or a $74 card. Now all the way up to $99.26, that 32% increase. I would also buy this card in the PSA 9. I have seen a lot of PSA 9s in this card selling around $80 to $90 cheaper than the raw card pricing. Definitely take a look at that. As I made a video talking about PSA 9s, I will leave a link down below in the description box if you want to check that video out. Next up, Tinkaton EX from Paldea Evolved 3 months ago, 25, now all the way up to 34.48, 33% increase. Swoobat from White Flare 3 months ago was $8, and then all the way down to $602, now all the way right back up to $961. So only 19% increase, still pretty affordable. Gardevoir EX Scarlet and Violet base. I know there's a lot of tension around other Gardevoirs, the Mega Gardevoir, all that kind of stuff. I would just really hone in on this Gardevoir. I think this one's pretty good. It's the only good card to come from Scarlet and Violet base. 3 months ago was a $40 card, now all the way up to $53.04. This card has a lot of ebbs and flows. You know, it shot all the way up to 61, all the way now back down to 53. So again, I would maybe keep an eye on this Gardevoir. I think this one actually is better than some of the other ones, in my opinion. Cerula Edge EX from Prismatic Evolution 3 months ago with a $94 card, now up to $137 to 45%. Increase. Ghastly from Temporal Forces 3 months ago, 42.16, shot up like a cannon to 85, now all the way back down to 62.93, still a 49% increase in the 3-month sample size. More Pico from Paradox Rift 3 months ago, 19, shot up again by 53.82. This is a card I think was being manipulated, and now all the way back down to 31.46. Keep your eye out on this card. I think this card is going to continue to dip below. Next up, Roaring Moon EX from Prismatics 3 months ago was 146, and now selling at around 259 to 76% increase. However, though, just take a look at what's being offered up right now, 189. So maybe now's the time to kind of get this card while you can. It's a pretty good price for this card. Ducklet from White Flare 3 months ago was a 952. This is a card I think was also being manipulated. Sold for $32.70 around October, now all the way back down here in November, down to $19.04. It's a 100% increase still, but if you just take a look at the 1 month sample size, again, 19 all the way up to 32, dropping all the way to 18 again. So again, this is a card I definitely think was being manipulated. That's why I wanted to put it on the list to show you guys. Another card that I told you was being manipulated, Solosis. 3 months ago, 12.10, dropped all the way up to 64.40. I can't believe that even happened. And now holding right around 32.71, still 170% increase. Gravard from Scarlet and Violet base, 3 months ago, $7 card, all the way up to 31, and now down to 24.93, 237% increase. Lilligant, Black Bolt 3 months ago, 18.24, all the way up to 29.76, and kind of holding around there for a 54% increase. Leopard, a card that I really want, by the way. I just want to pay a little less. I want to pay like $15 for this card. I do think it's kind of worth that price. Also, too, this card's really good if you guys have it. Maybe send it out, because PSA 9s and 10s sell definitely well above the raw card pricing. So just kind of note that. 3 months ago was 16.01, now all the way up to 23.38, 46% increase. Umbreon from Prismatics 3 months ago was 8.62, so less than 1,000, and now selling over $1,200, 39% increase. Chatot from Temporal Forces 3 months ago was 5.38, and now holding around 7.69, so 42% increase directly from TCG is going to cost you. Penny, Paldean Fates, a nice little SIR here. 3 months ago, okay, hold on, let me see if we get a 1 month sample size. There we go. 1 month ago was 18.50, and now up to 22.86, 23% increase. And Rogan Rolla from White Flare, 3 months ago, 5.61, and now up to 7.91 for a 41% increase. And you can see holding steadily around there. That's going to do it for this video and for this list. Again, you're seeing some of these cards, these pretty much generic IRs, kind of holding steadily. There's some pretty good budget pickups, even though there's cards that are still increasing. Executor is definitely one of them. Chatot's a really good one. This one's a really good one. And those two cards that were being manipulated, the Ducklet and Solosis, are starting to come back down to earth a little bit. Those are all good signs. So beginning of the month, really good buyer's market. We're going to check back in Pokemon in 2 weeks from now and see how we're doing at the end of November. The next two Monday market videos will be about One Piece, as again, a lot of energy coming from Pokemon over now to One Piece. I do think One Piece next year is definitely geared up, so be sure to look out for those videos. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys never miss when I drop a video. If you made it this far in the video, please hit that thumbs up button for me. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I'll see you guys in the next video.